Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a look with the BH Cosmetics Passion in Paris palette, and this is actually one of my favorite palettes. I am including it in a giveaway that is going on right now, and if you'd like to learn how to enter, feel free to visit my Instagram page at AlyssaBlends. And today we're going to go ahead and do a blue eyeshadow look and definitely dive into these really pretty shimmers in this palette. The shimmers are my favorite part about it. They are just so gorgeous. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, first things first, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyes with the GERARD Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in white. If you'd like to know of any products that are on my face, feel free to look at the description box, and that'll have everything I have on my face, including the eyes and everything like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it up to my brow bone. And what I like to do with the edges here is just kind of just tap on them a little bit so that they're easier to clean up later on. Alright, and the first color I'm going to dive into is this dark blue color. I'm going to butcher these names, so be prepared for that. Montmartre? Martre? I am not French. And I'm going to take this Morphe eyeliner brush that came in the Sweet Oasis brush set. Just something small would be ideal if you're looking to do your eyeshadow similar to how I do it. Just like a small eyeliner brush will work, or an angled brush I should say. What I want to do is I want to map out the shape I'm going to make. So I'm just going to go ahead and make a half circle following the shape of my eye. Now, the look that I want to do is sort of going to be like a halo eye, but without cutting the crease. I want the crease to be softer, so I don't want to cut it. But yeah, just following the natural shape of your eye. I find because I have hooded eyes and I don't have a lot of eye space, that mapping out what I'm doing first really helps. It helps keep me from losing control of what I'm doing, I should say. Now, don't make this line too thick. I'd say just about like that would be enough. Obviously, if you have more eyelids, like eyelid space and like crease space, you can adjust it to whatever works for you. I'm going to take a Sigma E55 eye shading brush, and I'm going to take that dark blue and I'm going to pat it on the inner corners of each side, or in the corners of each side I should say, the inner and outer corner. And I do want to keep the middle part of my eye clear of any eyeshadow, so really just the corners you'll want this to be. Okay, now that we have that down, what I want to do is focus on the blend. I'm just adding a little bit more into the corners before that though, making sure they're nice and dark. Now, as far as the blend goes, the color I'm going to use to start diffusing that blue is this lighter blue called Scene? I'm going to take that on a Sigma E36 blending brush. It's like a smaller type of blending brush. Really focusing that color on the dark blue line. And I'm going to use a combination of the swiping back and forth and also patting. Patting establishes the blend by placing the color on top, and then swiping blows it out. Now, when you get to the inner corner here, you really just want to keep it as tight to the dark blue line as possible, because it can start looking a little bit messy if you like go too far inward, at least to me. So I'm really just mainly focusing the brush head right on top of the dark blue line. Now if as you're blending you see that the dark blue starts to kind of disappear, it's fine, we'll go ahead and just add more in just a second. You can just start patting the the dark blue back in there. And you shouldn't have to do too much blending. Like if there's any harsh lines, it'll be easy to get rid of. I can see a line there. And there are a few harsh lines I see that I will focus on in a second, but what I want to work on now are these outer edges, and I do want to diffuse them. And what I'm going to use to diffuse them is this Made by Mitchell MC2 brush, which is just a smaller blending brush. And I'm going to use the color Champs-Élysées, I believe that's how you pronounce it. This would be a shade that is close to my skin tone, so if you have a darker complexion, go ahead and use a color that's your skin tone color. And I'm really just gonna lightly brush that color on the edges, doing small circular motions very, very lightly, because this isn't about putting out down color, it's mainly about diffusing color. And when you get into this inner part, oh, hello, what is that? Now when you get to this inner part, like I said before, just try to keep it very close. I may have to go back in with that lighter blue in this inner corner here. Trust me, if you see something weird, I most likely see it too, and I'm gonna work on it. I'm very particular. Oh, that's so pretty. And I'm just going back in with that second blue I used, that lighter blue, Seine, S-E-I-N-E. And I'm just lightly going over where I had blended with Champs-Élysées, which was my skin tone shade. Just lightly going over it. Now what I'm doing is pretty much just looking over my eye and seeing what could be improved. I didn't add any more of the dark blue on my brush, just whatever was left, and I just patted it through, make sure that it's as dark as it can be. Okay, and now that I'm done nitpicking my life away, I am going to go ahead and start focusing on the lid here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush I used to apply my base and just go right in the middle here. I didn't add any more, this is just whatever's on the brush, and I'm just going right down the middle. I'm not going to cut the crease or anything like that, I want it to be pretty soft. And I didn't 100% think about what shades I wanted to use on my lid. I just knew I wanted it to be one of the shimmers, or two of the shimmers. I already know what's going in my inner corner. I don't know if I want to use Pantheon or Versailles. They're both so pretty. Ooh. So this one is Pantheon and this one is Versailles. Wow, okay. I think I'm gonna go with Pantheon. With Pantheon, I'm going to put it on the sides of my lid, and I'm just going to use my finger and also show it and just pat it on either side. Sometimes BH Cosmetics will have like polls on their Instagram stories, and it'll be this palette and like another palette usually that they'll like put up against each other, and it breaks my heart because this one, twice it's been on a poll and it was like not voted as much as the other palette, and I'm just like, yo, this palette is so pretty. Like, you're missing out, please. Now I use my finger to really get that shimmer on there, and now what I want to do is use a brush and just kind of get into the corners there. The brush I'm going to use is a Morphe M124 shading brush. I'm just going to start tapping it along my lid. I love this brush for picking up shimmers. And again, leave this middle part for the most part clear. I would have preferred if I had kept it a little bit more clear, but here we are. So, and the color I'm going to use in the very middle, I'm going to use Arc de Triomphe. I think that's how you say it. That is gorgeous. It's this right here. Beautiful. And I'm just going to take that color on my finger and we'll just pat it. If you have the Morphe M124, go ahead and just clean it off. And I'm going to use that same brush to place more of that shimmer on my lid. And to just clean up the crease line right there. Because I do want it to be soft, but also clean. Now before I do my under eye eyeshadow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my concealer brush and clean up some of those white parts. Just melt them more into my skin so it's not super duper obvious. And I'm going to take that dark blue and with the Morphe eyeliner brush, just tightline my under eye here. Once you have that down, I'm going to take Scene, that light blue, and just start blending it under there. I'm using the Sigma E36. The same brush I used to blend it. And Champs-Élysées. Alright, and the color I want to use in my inner corner is Louvre. Like almost a white silvery shade. Gorgeous. I'm going to take it on this Mint Melt e.l.f. brush that came in the set. And I'm just going to pat it right in there. And drag it into here. This is looking very wintry. I was kind of at a loss of what kind of video to do, like what kind of look to do. I knew I wanted it to just be like, you know, an eye look tutorial. And by the time this was gonna be uploaded, it was gonna be after Thanksgiving anyway, so I felt like a Thanksgiving look would have been like whatever at that point, so here we are. I was like, why don't I just use the palette I'm giving away? So this is pretty much the eye look. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do my other eye. I have to film a reel for it. And next time you'll see me, I'll be all done. So I'll see you later. I'm back. If you want to know what lashes I'm wearing Eyeshadow Cosmetics lashes in style Flirt. And the eyeliner in my waterline is a ColourPop gel liner in the shade Crybaby. And if you do want to try Eyeshadow Cosmetics out, I do have an affiliate code with them so you can save some money. It'll be in the description box below. And if you have any questions or if you just want to say hi, feel free to leave a comment down below. And yeah, with that, we're all done. I hope you have a wonderful day and thank you for watching. Bye.